Suichi's like, bruh. It would have been nice. It would have been so nice if that were the truth. If Kaito were right and this horrible trial was just in. But
No, that's wrong.
What?
Just because Gonta was at the mansion doesn't mean that he isn't the culprit. All the culprit needed was a way to get from the roof to outside the mansion.
Huh?
Looks like Shuichi got it. I'll leave the rest to him.
Kaito, I know how you feel. I know because we all feel it. But we have to face the truth. No matter how cruel that truth may be, we need to face it to survive.
Whose side are you on, Shuichi?
Kaito, do you want to die?
Kaito, please!
Do you want to die?
Aren't you my sidekick? Was that just a lie?
Kaito!
Fine then! I'll tear that sorry reasoning of yours apart and wake you up!
I can't doubt my detective work now. If I want us all to survive, I can't back down. Never back down!
I'll never accept this! Don't you know Gonta at all? He's not the kind of guy who kills someone. Don't you know that about him by now? Oh, damn it! Why won't you believe
Here comes the
Gonta?
mix-up.
Why are you listening to Kokichi? Aren't you my sidekick?
What the
Wake
fuck?
up,
That mix-up!
Shuichi! Why won't you believe Gonta? Why are you listening to Kokichi? Aren't you my sidekick? Damn it!
Damn it!
Who do you want to believe? Remember what Kokichi has done to us! Remember how Gonta's always tried to protect us! How could Gonta be the culprit? Still want to accuse him, huh? Keep saying the truth this, the truth that, but there's a reason Gonta's not the culprit! Who do you want to believe?
The truth.
Remember what Kokichi has done to us! Remember how Gonta's always tried to protect us! How could Gonta be the culprit? Still want to accuse him, huh? Keep saying the truth this, the truth that, but damn it! There's no way to leave the mansion from the rooftop!
Toilet paper discovered outside of the mansion?
It ends here!
Fuck out of here!
Damn
Bone
it!
on the meat! Bone on the meat, Kylo!
The toilet paper we found outside the mansion. That's what the culprit used to get from the roof to the ground.
The toilet paper?
Wild.
The same toilet paper that was used as the murder weapon.
It's kind of fucked up. If they don't tell us the actual motive, the actual shit that went down with Gonta and Kaito, I'm gonna be extremely mad if they just leave it at that.
That's why we didn't find it anywhere else. Not at the scene of the crime, nor on Miu's body. It was outside the mansion.
Hold on. If they use the toilet paper as a rope to get down from the roof, then they need to tie it to something. But there was nothing that... I know because I investigated the roof.
The binoculars.
You're stubborn, Kaito. You're still going on about this.
Of course I am! I'm gonna believe in Gonta till the very end!
No, there was something that the toilet paper could have been tied to.
What?
The place where the toilet paper was tied down. Obviously. Obvious.
There! The binoculars on the rooftop. The toilet paper could have been tied there. However, I don't think the culprit actually tied it down there. They just hung it. And then used the doubled up toilet paper to climb down. But in that case, they would have had to tug on it in order to take it down.
Yep, that's correct. Because I came up with that idea.
Really?
But I thought I told Gonta to put the toilet paper back in the bathroom. Oh, I guess he ran into someone on the way and then threw it somewhere close by.
Bruh. That's wild. Why would he agree to that? Why would he agree to that?
Looks like Kaito's morale is shot, so this whole thing is done now.
The matter does appear to be settled.
That... it's...
So, it's true. Gonta really kill Mew.
But I'm the one who came up with the plan. Anyway, just admit your crime, Gonta. Even though you don't remember, you still did it.
But why did Gonta do such terrible thing?
Wait, before you start crying, you gotta admit your crime first.
Stop! I won't let you, Kokichi. If anyone is gonna get him to confess, it's me. Gonta, I'm going to look back at the whole case one more time, okay? When you're convinced, you just let me know, all right? Let's end this together.
This dude gave him that. Stop. Before I come over there and whoop your ass, shut the fuck up. Cause I'm gonna do this for my friend.
Okay.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me. Just say that, Gonta. It's the only thing you gotta say. It wasn't you. Bottle of poison, the cell phone, map of the virtual world, Kaito logged out. Alright. We ain't got a lot of health. Yeah, we actually do. What color cord did the culprit stick to right port? The wrong port. No. What color cord did the culprit stick in the right port? Not the red one. It had to be the blue. What did Miyu bring from Suichi's lab? Poison. 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 That girl is poison. What was posing in the interest of all the men are in the virtual world? The maps. Map of the virtual world. Alright, come over here. What did Miyu do when the others left for the mansion? We didn't unlock any of them yet. Left for the mansion, she took away the fucking bridge, but that's not unlocked yet. Whoa, who was investigating the roof? Kaito? Who was investigating the kitchen? Who was in... Oh, dude, I gotta remember all that shit? Come on, B. What do I have? Phone, the slide, and... Okay, Kaito. What object did Miyu use when she got to the mansion? Cell phone, but I don't... Wait, yeah, I do. Yeah, boy. Here we go. Who was logged out against their will? Kaito. Boom. What was the weapon Miyu brought to kill Kokichi? I still want to know why she wanted to kill Kokichi altogether. Toilet paper. Toilet paper. Move the body. Yep. Right, we unlock two things. Threw signboard into the river, and then Miyu smokers in a hammer. Yep. Yep, that goes right there. I'm gonna go back a few right here. Place the signboard. Now we unlocked everything else, so we can just start from the beginning now. Alright. Blue cord on the right, yep. So now that we unlocked everything, we just do it one by one. Step by step, I'm in control. Alright, who's on the roof? Kaito. That was stated way too much during this trial. Who was in bed? It was... The kitchen was me, Suichi. The dining room was Samugi. Ah! Ah! I'm trying to get to the right thing, but that fucking... Oh, here we go. That was pretty free. This whole case was free.
This is the truth of the case.
Act 1, baby. Well, time for 20
The
minutes
case
of
began last
remembering the case.
After being convinced by Mew, we all logged in to the virtual world. To log in, you have to plug the memory and consciousness cords into the device. So, we all plugged those cords into our helmets and entered the virtual world. But the culprit had accidentally plugged their cords into the wrong ports. Because of this, a connection error occurred between the culprit's brain and their avatar. As a result, the culprit would forget everything that happened in the virtual world. It's possible that this had an effect on their avatar's personality as well. Because I can't believe that someone so kind could commit murder. But we had no idea this error even happened, and so we all logged in one by one. Meanwhile, Mew was the last to log in. She had modified the killing game simulator so she could accomplish a specific goal. After Mew confirmed we were all logged in, she took out the bottle of poison. And placed it on Kokichi's seat. This was done to make it look like Kokichi was killed by poison when we returned. Yes, the reason Mew modified the simulator and brought us to the virtual world was to kill Kokichi in the virtual world, but make it look like he had died in the real world. After we had all logged in, Mew explained the world to us. Use the salon phone to log out. Objects are unbreakable. Your avatars use all 5 senses. She also explained the map of the virtual world in the mansion's entrance hall. But her explanation was intentionally false. She wanted us to misunderstand the world. However, one of us was able to see through her scheme. The very person Mew was trying to kill, Kokichi. Kokichi was going to use Mew's plan against her and plotted her murder. But Kokichi wouldn't do it himself. He used a patsy to be the culprit in this case. Kokichi was tight-lipped about the motive, so I don't know why the culprit agreed. But it seems as though right after logging in, when Kokichi and the culprit went outside, they were already working together to execute the murder. Eventually, we met up with Kokichi and crossed the river to the chapel. Mew had us split up to try to find some secret of the outside world. Kaito, Kokichi, Gonta, Tsumugi, and I investigated the mansion, while Maki, Himiko, Kibo, and Mew investigated the chapel. Splitting us up was also part of Mew's plan. At the chapel, Mew told Maki that she was going to look around outside.
What I don't understand is, why didn't she try to kill the ultimate detective? Because the ultimate detective would have figured it out anyway. Like, you seen what the fuck he did in chapter 1, 2, and 3. So why the fuck would you even try Shuichi's abilities?
She chased after our group while we were heading toward the mansion. Once she made sure we were across, she dropped the bridge into the river. This was to trick us into thinking that the river separated the mansion and chapel. At the time, we thought nothing of it. It was just another one of Mew's pranks. That's why we continued with the original plan to find the secret of the outside world. We went to the mansion and split up to look for clues. Kokichi searched the salon. Kaito searched the roof. Tsumugi searched the dining room. I searched the kitchen. And finally, the culprit searched outside the mansion. Around that time, Mew was headed for the wall that was on the side of the chapel. She passed through the wall and headed for the mansion to kill Kokichi. You see, the wall was a special wall that Mew had added herself. This wall was programmed so that only objects could pass through. And Mew had changed her avatar settings from human to object. That was the hidden route she prepared for herself. She set up a wall that only she could pass through. Mew headed toward the mansion, but she was seen by Tsumugi on the way. When she entered the mansion, she pulled out her cell phone. She didn't tell us that there was another way to log out. Then, she spoke a name into the phone, which forced that person to log out.
Literally, what was... I mean, that could have went really bad. Because couldn't Kaito just log himself back in? Like, did she consider that? Kaito could have
It was
been like, what the
Kaito
fuck?
who was on the roof at the time. The same roof where Kokichi and Mew were going to meet. By having Kaito search the roof and then forcing him to log out, she was making him look the most suspicious, but her plan didn't go smoothly. Kokichi was waiting on the roof with a culprit and the toilet paper used to kill Mew. While Mew was distracted by Kokichi, the culprit snuck up from behind.
He probably told her that she was a mastermind or some shit. That's the only thing I can think
And
of.
used the toilet paper from the mansion's bathroom to strangle Mew.
That's the only thing I can think of. Kokichi told Gonta that the mastermind was trying to kill him.
This was only possible because objects in the virtual world are unbreakable. Mew's avatar was strangled to death, and the shock killed Mew in the real world. After the murder, Kokichi left the cleanup to the culprit and left the roof.
What I don't... Couldn't she have programmed it to where she could log out if she was about to die? Like, she had complete control of the world and just didn't, like, program some shit. I know she could have programmed a way to escape from being struck. Like, she could have even gave herself more strength or something. And she was able to alter the fact that she could be a non-object. Why didn't she just make it to where she had more strength? I'm mad at me, bro. Then again, they did say she was smart, but she was kind of dumb.
He probably returned to the salon as soon as he could to avoid drawing suspicion.
I feel like she could have did way more, but she was dumb.
The culprit then took the lattice from the storage room. And placed Mew's body on top along with the hammer and the cell phone. The culprit heaved the lattice over the railing and forcefully slid it down the roof slope. With a body on top of it, the lattice became a makeshift sled and flew off the roof. It went through the wall that only objects can pass through before crashing into the chapel. That was the crashing sound that Kibo heard in the chapel and we heard in the mansion. Mew's wall hid the fact that the mansion and chapel were actually right next to each other. That's why Tsumugi and I were able to hear the crash from the mansion. As the final step, the culprit had to then get off the roof. Because we were at the mansion, they couldn't take the stairs or they'd be seen. So they used the toilet paper again to escape from the rooftop. They hung the toilet paper from the binoculars on the roof and used it like a rope to climb down. Once the culprit was safely on the ground, they pulled at the toilet paper to retrieve it. They would have returned it to the bathroom, but they ran into us as we were leaving the mansion. In a panic, the culprit tossed the toilet paper somewhere nearby. Without that one little mistake, we might never have solved this case because the culprit doesn't remember.
And that couldn't have been a part of his plan. Kokichi's plan. That was unsuspected as fuck.
This is the truth you've forgotten. Gonta Gokuhara,
I like that.
the ultimate entomologist.
I like that transition. They, instead of doing the shadow form, they did the chibi form to actual form. Culprit.
Gonta, this is the truth we've reached.
Sorry. Gonta not really understand, 'cause Gonta not smart boy. But if everyone agree, then everyone probably right. Gonta, trust everyone.
Gonta.
But why? Gonta kill Mew, forget everything. Gonta even think he not do anything bad. And then Gonta tried to blame someone else and make everyone suffer. Why? Why Gonta do such terrible thing?
Gonta, it's not your fault.
It's Kokichi's fault. He must have tricked Gonta.
Huh? I totally didn't trick him. Before we go into that, it's voting time. We should finish up the class trial first.
But is this the right answer? we're not being fooled by Kokichi?
For once, I wish that we were.
Huh? Wrapping things up already?
Yup, this one was a lot faster too.
What a buzzkill of an ending! It lacks the rush of previous voting times. Well, after so many killing games, I guess it was bound to happen eventually.
It's just as well. This killing game is a bad influence on the baby.
Oh my, Monotaro. You're even starting to look like a father.
Wow. One of y'all about to die.
Yeah! I gotta get my act together for the baby.
This dude's gonna kill the baby and her.
Now then, pull yourselves together and let's begin! The heart-racing excitement as the blackened and the spotless face off! It's voting time!
Fuck it. I'm gonna vote for Kokichi, bitch ass. Get the fuck out of here, my dude. Fuck. Alright, Gonta. Sorry, bruh. Had to do it to him. Had to do it to him.
It seems the voting has finished.
Why do I have a
Now
feeling?
then, let's see the results.
I got a feeling the other people are still gonna vote for fucking the idiot. I know for a fact they're still gonna vote for your boy, Kokichi. Any money, somebody voted for Kokichi. That's gonna be wild. Kaito voted for Kokichi, didn't he? Yup. So Kaito had to be the one.
Who'll be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
Bruh. I'm running out of... Oh my god. So we've been recording a hell of a lot of footage lately, and I'm actually... I only have 99 gigabytes left. I went from 150 to 99. Wow. My space is running out. I blame Monokuma. Gonta! Why can't there be a glitch in the system where dude survives though? Hey, 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 hey. Hey. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey. We found none of the back routes. But that's fine. Abracadabra, bitch. We don't need no damn back routes.